everyone, and welcome back to Belinda's DIYs. If this is your first time here, welcome. So let me ask you something. Have you been wanting to do your own crafts and your own DIYs, but you just don't know what items that you need to get started? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 essential must-haves for all your projects and DIYs. So if you want to see what they are, then please keep watching. But before that we get started, I'm just going to ask if you can please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also if you'll click that bell icon, right there in the corner so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, after doing DIYs and projects already for several years, I've learned through the years some of the essentials that I've needed throughout all my projects, and these are items that I use constantly and come in very, very handy. And some of them are so basic that you're gonna be like, yes, I know that I need that, but I'm gonna give you just a little rundown as to why they come in very handy and why I think that you use them more than what you think. All right, so let's go ahead and start with number one. Now, the first one is, of course, a glue gun. Now, you see me use a glue gun all the time. I probably use it 99.9% of my videos are using my glue gun. And it comes in, of course, very handy for so many projects. One of my favorite ways to use the glue gun is to glue material together. It works really well. The second item is a ruler or a measuring tape. Now that, of course, also comes in very handy because as a DIYer and as a crafter, you're constantly having to measure and just making sure that you have the right measurements. A ruler is great when you just want to make just a straight line, so that helps also. So they just come in very handy, so you know that that is a must-have for DIYers and crafters out there. The third thing, of course, is scissors. Now, I like to keep regular scissors, but I also like to keep heavy-duty scissors because I use the scissors not just to cut material, but I also use them to cut this lightweight wire. The fourth one is super glue or E6000. Those are great, so when you want your craft to have a permanent hold, those come in so handy because they work really, really well. So that is a must-have for me, is having the super glue or E6000. Number 5, assorted paintbrushes. Having different sizes of paintbrushes comes in really handy because you never know what size of project you're going to be painting. It can be a small project and then it can be something pretty large. So that's why I like to keep an assorted size of paintbrushes. Number 6, I like to keep basic acrylic paints. I like to have black, white, and grays because those are the colors that I use the majority of the time. So having just a good basic acrylic paints is also a really good idea. Number 7 is box cutters. Since I'm always using foam board for my craft, these are great to cut foam board because it gives you a nice clean cut. These are one of my favorite items to have. Number 8 is craft sticks. I use these for so many projects, but one way that I use them all the time is for reinforcement, especially when I am gluing several pieces together, and I just like to add these in the back side just to give my frame an extra reinforcement. So these are great. Number 9 is wire cutters. These are not just great to cut the stems off the artificial flowers, but they're also great whenever you have to cut metal, and I find myself using them all the time for so many different projects, as I'm showing you right there in all the different ways that I use them. Number 10 is a table. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put down that as being essential because you can really work with just a regular kitchen table, but I think that if you're going to be doing DIYs and crafting, it is a good idea just to have a crafting table. And it doesn't have to be an expensive table, it can be one from Walmart. but they work great. That way you have a table to work on. Whether it gets painted or not, it's just great just to have a table that it doesn't matter if you spill some paint on it or you cut on it as you're cutting with your box cutters. So I think it is one of the top essential items that you need for DIYs and also crafting. So I didn't buy one when I first started doing crafts and DIYs. I used to do them on my kitchen table, and then I soon discovered that I didn't want to have to constantly be putting something on my table so paint wouldn't get on my table and things like that. So I very quickly realized that I needed to have my own crafting table. And like I said, they're not expensive. You can purchase one at Walmart. So there you go. Those are my 10 essential must-have craft supplies. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day. And remember, love, laugh, and create. Until my next video, bye-bye and God bless.